Hello YouTube, how are you doing? Today I'm going to be showing you how to do something that's fairly simple on this side. Scramble your basic egg. I know you're probably thinking everyone knows how to scramble eggs, but I recently had an encounter in which I dined with a certain female, and she did not quite know how to make scrambled eggs. It kind of came out looking like little crumbs. So I'm constantly researching things, just simple things that I can put on YouTube, and this is one of them. Scrambling eggs is very simple. Okay, there's a couple of key points in it that you must hit in order for it to turn out correct. First thing is you want to make sure that you start with a non-stick type pan. That's a pan that is coated with something similar to maybe Teflon that won't allow the eggs to stick to it. And as you can see here, I have a pretty nice pan. I actually got it last year. It was part of the Black Friday sale. Paid like 15 bucks for this pan, and it's been worth it. Okay, so what you want to do, what I'm using here is just your basic olive oil, and it doesn't have to be the most expensive type you can find. Just that's just what I particularly like to use. You can use Pam, you can use anything. Like I said, this is already a non-stick pan, but I just kind of like to utilize this, I guess, just for backup. It really makes your eggs not stick at all. Plus, I just enjoy cooking with olive oil anyway. And what you're going to do is, as you can see I'm doing, I'm just taking my time and allowing the oil to move all over the pan. Now, as far as this goes, I was already allowing the pan to get hot, because that's another key point that you want to make. Okay, and here, as far as your eggs go, this is where a lot of people fail to scramble their eggs properly. And the problem is that they don't take enough time actually whipping their eggs. And as I whip them, I am coming up and out all throughout the eggs, and what you're trying to do is get air into the eggs, and this is going to make for the eggs to turn out nice and fluffy. Okay, I don't have my spoon like this because this doesn't allow air to get into the eggs. I am basically going up, I'm going around like this in this type of motion, and this is allowing my eggs to get air into them. As you can see, and I had already been whipping these eggs. The longer you take, the better your egg will turn out. Okay, sometimes you might even take 3, 4, 5 minutes. But I promise you it's worth it in the end. And it's at this point when I like to go ahead. You can add your black pepper. Not very much. Make sure you don't add too much. You can go ahead and add your salt if you wish. And right here on the salt, please make sure that you don't add too much. I'm not very big on salt. You need it for flavor, but make sure that you don't overdo it. As you can see, what I do, I just barely open my salt container. I guess if I was a real gourmet cook, I would have a salt shaker. Probably do around here somewhere, but I just grabbed that. And what you're going to do is just continue whipping your eggs, just spreading those ingredients throughout the mixture that you're making. And at this point here, your eggs are about ready to hit the frying pan. So what I'm going to do is just take my eggs, and I want you to see another key point. I do not have my stove turned up too high. In order to cook eggs properly, you want them to take a little time. Okay, and you don't want them to be done as soon as you pour them into the pan. I know that looks cool, but if you're trying to make a decent dish, you prefer them not to be ready like right now. You know, when I was young, I thought it was cool to see that, and it was, but you know, now, and all you're going to do is continue, just move your eggs around. As you can see, they're starting off fluffy. You know, you can let it sit for a minute. Let them sit for a minute. And as you can look, it turns white along the edges. And once you get that white ring all the way around, you can go ahead and you can, I guess you call it, what, scramble, move, stir. You can move it again. And do you see how my eggs are starting to come out? Very fluffy. This is a total of 4 eggs. But when you take your time and you cook them in this manner, it makes them look like a whole lot more. So I guess by doing this properly, you can even save money in the long run. You know, it's kind of difficult doing this and recording at the same time, but not too difficult. Okay, and as I'm nearing the end, you see I have a little bit more liquid mixture left in there. If you want to add cheese, at this point, you can take your cheese and add it to the eggs. And basically, when I add cheese, I use Kraft cheese, just your sliced cheese, and I just basically toss it in there. I probably should have had this done prior to starting this video, but hey, I don't. But it's okay. And you take your basic cheese, bam, just throw it in there. You know, for you guys that can't cook, you know, you may want to get up one Saturday morning and cook this dish here, a couple pieces of patty sausage, make you some toast, and you can serve your girlfriend or wife breakfast in bed. This is very minimum effort. You know, that will go a long way. I'm sure that your wife or girlfriend or best friend or cousin or sister, mother, daddy, anyone enjoys breakfast in bed. Well, like I say, I got 4 eggs. So I generally, as I cook them in this fluffy manner, I use a slice of cheese. One slice of cheese less than the amount of eggs that I cook. And as you can see, it's starting to dry up here. But that's why I use the Kraft cheese, because it's very soft and it doesn't take very much heat for it to melt it. Like I said, maybe I waited a little bit too late to unwrap my cheese. That kind of threw me off. This particular morning, I wanted some cheese in my eggs, and you can see it's not too bad. They're coming back. My eggs look nice and fluffy. So that's only 4 eggs, and that does look like a lot. I don't know if you can tell it on the video. Well, that does look like more than 4 eggs. And I see that my cheese is now distributed throughout the eggs. And now my eggs are done. Well, thank you, YouTube. I appreciate you tuning in with this episode of how to scramble eggs with cheese. I hope you can utilize this method one day. And thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.